When you say Elvis, most people immediately think of one image, a mythical figure. The man on stage, the energy, the jumpsuits, the superstar, the king. That image is carved into our collective memory. It's an image shaped over decades. The rebellious young man of the 1950s, the polished movie star of the 1960s, and the almost godlike Las Vegas entertainer of the 1970s. But for fans, for those who want to look deeper, there is one moment that always comes up when we talk about the real man behind the myth. The June 9th, 1972 press conference at Madison Square Garden. I've watched this interview countless times, and it's often mentioned as the perfect example of his humor and humility. But it's so much more than that. Today I want to revisit it and dive into why this moment is so iconic and revealing. This isn't just a question and ask, it's a rare, unfiltered window into the soul of one of the most famous people who ever lived, at a crucial moment in his career. We're going to break down how he won over a room full of critical journalists with pure charm and intelligence, how he balanced on the tightrope between his image and his humanity, and why this interview, perhaps more than any concert, is a masterclass in authenticity. Before we start, I want to give a little introduction to this video. It's June 1972, America is tense, the press is sharp, and Elvis hasn't performed in New York for 15 years. 4 sold-out garden shows ahead of him, and the pressure is huge. But instead of showing nerves, Elvis shows who he really is. Let's go.
Introducing Mr. Vernon Presley, Elvis Presley's father. Mr. Presley has a friend coming out.
First of all, I plead innocent of all charges.
Okay.
He walks in, cameras flashing everywhere, and right away he breaks the ice with a quick, smart line. The whole room laughs instantly, and just like that, he has them all with him.
All right. Thank you, dear. Love you too. Thank you.
Will you gentlemen get down in front a little bit and get your pictures later, please?
I think it was a matter of not getting the building, the proper building. We had to wait our turn in order to get the building. Yeah. Couldn't get a good building in 15 years. No, all kidding aside, we had to wait our turn to get into the garden, you know. Oh, I like it. You know.
Why do you
The reporter asked why he stayed away from New York for so many years, and Elvis gives a calm, polite answer. But honestly, nobody really knows the full story. Maybe management make things harder in those days with Parker. Things were never simple, I guess. Still, Elvis keeps it professional and smooth. Very smart.
Into the garden, you know. Oh, I like it. You know.
Why do you think you've outlasted every other entertainer from the 50s and, for that matter, the 60s as well?
I take vitamin E. I don't know. I was only kidding. I just embarrassed myself, man. I don't know, dear. I enjoy the business. I like what I'm doing.
Then comes in my opinion, one of the most funniest moments. And someone asked why he lasted while so many other 50s and 60s artists faded away. And Elvis just smiles and says, I take vitamin E. And the room explodes with laughter. It's classic Elvis. Simple, unexpected humor that turns a serious question into a light, fun moment. Brilliant.
On the press corps that you really are a shy, humble, wonderful human being. Would you agree with that?
Oh, I don't know what makes them think that. This gold belt and the...
Mr. Presley?
Yeah, now a reporter tells him he's known as a shy, humble, and kind man, and asks if he agrees. That's a trap question, but Elvis handles it perfectly. He stands up, opens his jacket, and shows that huge gold belt. No words needed, and the whole room loses it. By jokingly acting arrogant, he actually shows how down to earth he really is.
Makes them think that. This gold belt and the...
Mr. Presley? Mr. Presley?
No, that's it.
Mr. Presley, while you're up, don't change that position for a minute. I'm reminded of the Ed Sullivan shows where they wouldn't shoot
So am
that
I.
low.
That's why I'm sitting down.
Are you satisfied with the image
If I can
you've
find the right kind of... No, I stopped using that greasy kid stuff, too. Just like everybody else did, man.
You criticize so much for your long hair and your gyrations. It seems so modest now.
Man, I was tame compared to...
Someone asked about his old greased up hair from the 50s. Elvis just explains he stopped using that stuff a long time ago. Same as everybody else. Simple, clean, and very Elvis. No overthinking. He's moved on.
Too. Just like everybody else did, man.
You criticize so much for your long hair and your gyrations. It seems so modest now.
Man, I was tame compared to what they do now. Are you kidding? I didn't do anything. We just jiggle, you know.
When the topic of his old dance moves comes up, the move that caused so much controversy, then Elvis, he laughs us off. He says what he did is nothing compared to what performers do today. He puts his whole past into perspective in one light moment.
How do you feel about the way performers act on stage now compared to what you used to do and get criticized for?
Oh, I don't know. I really can't criticize anybody. In the entertainment field, I think there's room for everybody, and I hate to criticize another performer.
When they ask about how other artists behave on stage, he refused to judge anyone. He says there's room for everybody. He's respectful, mature, and exactly why so many people loved him.
Well, the image is one thing, and a human being is another, So
How close does it come? How close does the image come to the man?
it's very hard to live up to an image. I'll put it that way.
You're 37 now.
Yeah. Then we get one of the most honest moments of the entire interview. And he explains that it's a famous thing that he says till to this day. He explains that an image is one thing and the human being behind it is something else. And that it's not always easy to live up to an image. A rare, real look into the pressure he carried.
Put it that way. Yeah. It's according to what you're talking about. I don't know. No, I don't know. I'd like to think so. I beg your pardon, sir? Well, I found that in the audiences that we have, it's mixed. It's older people, younger people, and the very young, and all types of people, you know, which is good.
Right. Someone asked what kind of people come to his shows. Elvis says it's a mix of everyone, older fans, younger fans, even very young fans. And he says that is, of course, a good thing. But what amazing is, today, it's still exactly the same. The Elvis fan base spans every generation. I think something almost no other artist has.
Hunt. Now people, you know, which is good. Hunt. Now I just made a movie of the last tour that I did. It's the first live concert that we ever filmed, so that's my next project that's coming out.
Mr. Can we...
I just missed it. I missed the closeness of an audience, of a live audience. So just as soon as I got out of the movie contracts, I started to do live performances again.
Will you be doing more and more of them now?
I think so. Because I'm sorry. There's so many places that I haven't been yet. Like I've never played New York here. You know. I've never been to Britain either. You know. I'd like it to. Yes, sir. I'd like to very much. I'd like to go to Europe. I'd like to go to Japan and all those places. I've never been out of this country except in the service. You know.
Oh, Mr. Presley, on the subject...
Yeah. Here's where it gets very real. He says he missed live performing, the closeness, the energy of a real audience. And then he mentions the places he never got to play. You know, New York before this, Britain, Europe, Japan. And he would have loved to go there. But as we know, he never got the chance. And there are many stories about why, and I won't go deep into that here. But it's one of the most heartbreaking parts of his career.
I've never been out of this country except in the service, you know.
Oh, Mr. Presley, on the subject of this service, what is your opinion of war protesters, and would you today refuse to be drafted?
Honey, I just seem to keep my own personal views about that to myself, because I'm just an entertainer, and I'd rather not say.
Do you think other entertainers should keep their views to themselves too?
No, I can't even say that.
He gets a tough, very sensitive question. The kind that could easily blow up. But Elvis stays calm, he stays polite and very careful. He doesn't take sides. He doesn't make a statement. He keeps his personal views to himself. Not out of fear, but because he didn't want to divide anyone.
Their views to themselves too?
No, I can't even say that. I beg your pardon? I might. Yeah, I might. No, it's recording. Yeah.
What do you got? What time do you got? What time do you got? One more question.
You were allowed to what, dear? I don't know. That's a good question. Why is that, Colonel? She said, why could they film the concert in Boston and they couldn't film it here?
If you film it here, spread it around for you.
What? What did he say?
So there you go. Yes.
A woman asked why they were allowed to film in Boston, but not in New York. Elvis understands the question perfectly, and even turns to Parker. He says, "That's a good question," and he asks, "Why is that, Colonel?" And Parker gives a completely, in my opinion, vague answer that makes no sense at all. And Elvis just gives this look like, okay, what are we supposed to do with that answer? But it's funny and awkward at the same time. A little window into how chaotic things sometimes were around him.
What? What did he say?
So there you go. Yes. Yes.
Elvis, when you consented to wander into your biography
I just don't feel that it's time yet. You know, maybe I will someday, but not right now.
Elvis, did your return to New York herald the return of Big Dave Entertainment?
Who's talking? The camera? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see. What'd you say?
Do you think that your return signals the start of the return of other Big Dave Entertainment?
I don't know. I didn't know they ever stopped. Did it? No, they. Talking under the table. Have any other aspirations in politics or anything of that nature? No. Oh yeah, I'd like to do something.
Got away from the hard rock and roll that you did 15 years ago.
Okay.
Why is it that you got away from doing the hard rock? You really don't do that hard rock anymore, like the hard rock.
It's very difficult to find that type of song. It's hard to find good material nowadays. You know, for everybody, for all of us. You
You're
know.
one of the forerunners of rock and roll. You don't record hard rock anymore. Why?
It's very difficult to find any good hard rock songs. Really. If I could find them, I would do them. You know.
Mr. Presley, who do you find?
He talks honestly about the music industry and how hard it is to find good material. It's no ego, just the reality of being an artist.
It's very difficult to find any good hard rock songs. Really. If I could find them, I would do them. You know.
Mr. Presley, who do you find sexy? Who are the people you think are sexy?
Aware of it, really. I really can't sit them down. No, I can't do that. I just soon save it for the show.
Mr. Presley, what do you think of women's? What do you think of women's liberation?
Well, you know, watch it is right. You know, on social comments like that, dear, I just soon not to make a comment.
Some of you people that have
Another sensitive question. And again, Elvis stays polite and neutral. He avoids taking a stance. He keeps it light and moves on. Very controlled, very smart.
On social comments like that, I just send out to make a comment.
Some of you people that had all these pictures, would you be nice to step aside and let these others take a few pictures? Please, step aside, please. Let's all back up. Give me all a chance, please. Come on up with your cameras. All here. Come on,
You're getting the head.
come on, step aside.
I want the camera.
The belt is
Come on, bring your cameras over here.
the belt is an award from the.
Fellas a chance. Come on through here.
As soon as the colonel gets through talking, I'll tell you.
Go ahead, you fellas.
The belt is an award.
Talk to your father.
When Elvis tries to explain the story behind the belt, I think, Parker starts shouting, giving instructions through the room. And Elvis says, as soon as the colonel gets to talking, I tell you. It's his way of keeping things calm in the middle of that chaos.
Go ahead, you fellas.
The belt is an award.
Talk to your father. Can we talk to your father?
Will I talk to my father?
Can we
have
ask
to.
him a question?
He handles all my personal affairs.
Can we ask him a question? No. Can we ask your father a question?
Oh, sure.
The other Mr. Presley. At what point did you realize that your son was more than your son and now a very, very famous person?
Well, it's kind of hard to say. You know, it happened so fast, it's hard to keep up with it, you know. It just boom, overnight, and there it was. So I'd say maybe probably 1956, the first television show.
Do you have any regrets that
I tried to
he's
tell
become
him
that big?
sooner, but he wouldn't listen.
No, I have no regrets of it. In fact, I have enjoyed it, really.
Well, all kidding aside, it happened very fast to all of us, my mother and my father and all of us. That, you know, everything happened overnight, and so we had to adjust to a lot of things very quickly. A lot of good things.
Presley Sr., after Elvis got famous, do you think he changed in any way at all?
No, not really. I can't tell if he changed it.
I sweat more. Yes.
Then they bring Vernon in. They ask him when he realized Elvis was becoming a huge star. And Vernon says, it all happened so fast overnight. And Elvis jumps in with perfect timing. I tried to tell him sooner, but he wouldn't listen. And the room laughs, of course. Then Vernon says he has no regrets at all. And Elvis adds more seriously that everything in those days changed so quickly for the whole family. When asked if Elvis ever changed as a person, Vernon says no. And Elvis ends with, I sweat more. Humor. Great. Yeah.
I can't. There's a lot of them. I can't think of any right offhand.
I like to live up to my reputation of being a nice guy. This is it, folks. Beautiful, baby.
I've got to go back to rehearsal, folks. Thank you very much.
When you put this all together, you see exactly why this interview is so special. The humor, the timing, the honesty, the warmth, and especially the way he handled every moment with grace. What was your favorite moment? His humor, the belt, the gold belt moment, the honesty, or something else? Let us know in the comments. I'm really curious what stood out to you. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into Elvis' 1972 press conference give the video a like. And don't forget to subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.